Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of my Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 22 Let's Play with the Orlando Magic. We are 16 and 20. We started 0 and 7, so we are 16 and 13 in our last 29 games. We're playing pretty well. We are developing some of our young talent. Jalen Suggs is not happy with us, which is not a good thing. RJ Hampton's not happy with us, and you can click on their name, go to player profile and see why, or not see why, but it tells you that he's not happy with us. He's not happy with the team. It's probably due to a lack of playing time, but we should be able to get him some playing time now. Fultz is hurt, so yeah, Hampton. Let's get Hampton in there. Let's get him some. Let's restore the lineup. Why is it set up like this? That is weird. All right, let's reset our lineups here. And I think at this point we just put Fultz on the bench. I do believe we are going to be moving him in this episode. So I'd rather get Hampton and some of my other young players out there. And we're just going to reset everything at this point. Let's get the players out there that we're going to actually play. So it's going to be Bamba, Okeke, and Hampton. I guess with Carter Williams in there as well. These will be our 4 primary backups. So we'll start with the center position. So Bamba, to get him some playing time, kind of in the middle here. Wendell Carter will play 32. Mabamba will play. I want to call him Mabamba. Mo Bamba will play 16 to 18. Wagner, so Okeke will come in here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okeke will come in here. Same deal. He'll play 16. Wagner will play 13. So Hampton can play both. Yeah, he's got decent enough ball handling skills. Actually, Carter Williams should probably be the backup point guard. I mean, I've got 2 point guards, so really it just, we make Hampton the shooting guard and Suggs the point guard when the time comes. So we can do kind of something like this, and then make Suggs the point guard, and then we can do something like this. Let's see, and then we can make, and then we just keep him out there as that's not what I wanted to do. And then we can make him the shooting guard like this. Yeah, that'll work. So then we come into the second half and go point guard, point guard, point guard, and then come over here, shooting guard, shooting guard, shooting guard, shooting guard, shooting guard. So that gets Hampton some playing time. It gets Anthony out there 36 minutes a game, Suggs 38. Isaac. So I will do this. I want to do this. Let's get Wagner out there as the small forward, and then Carter Williams can come in here, play a little bit. So that works. We got Suggs playing 38, Isaac, Wagner, and Anthony playing 36, Carter playing 32. That is fine. So let's store that lineup. Yeah, so we will likely be moving Fultz before the end of the season. We should be able to do better for a backup point guard. And we actually have a better backup point guard. We've got Begarin, who's on a 2-way deal. So we could, in theory, recall him. I say we just let him continue to develop, and next year he becomes our starting point guard, or our backup point guard. And RJ Hampton will kind of play that swing role. So let's do some simming. Let's do some simming. It is the first. We're taking on the Nets at home, and we lose to the Nets 121 to 106. Not really looking for a lot of victories here. Where are they? Right there, 121 to 106. So we get 27-9 from Carter. Anthony has a decent game, 17-6. Suggs struggles with his shot. Wagner, has a pretty good game. I know I was corrected in the chat. I'm going to keep calling him Wagner by mistake. I know it's Wagner. I'll do my best. So Hampton plays 21, has 4 points, commits 5 fouls. Bamba has a pretty okay game. So we'll get up through the end of February in this episode, and then the following episode will probably be the end of the regular season / off season, since I don't anticipate we're going to make the playoffs. We got the Wizards, and we lose again. That's a tough game, losing to the Wizards. Bamba gets hurt. 118-103. Carter has a tough game. Suggs and Anthony with 18 each. Hampton, there we go. That's a good game for RJ Hampton. 13 points, 9 rebounds. Let's build up that coach relationship. Let's get him some additional playing time here. Bamba is out for 11 days. I wish there was a way, and I don't know if the guys at Wolverine watch this. If they do, how's it going? But I wish there was a way to just switch. Like if I wanted to take all the minutes for Bamba and just switch them to Robin Lopez, I could do it rather than having to click on each one of these and then click on the matrix. So I wish there was a way to do that. That's kind of the one thing I've always wished about this setup, but it is what it is, so it's fine. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if we can pick up a win here. A couple of losses to start this episode. We got the Suns on the road, so that's going to be a tough one. And we have invalid roster settings. Why? Who else is hurt? Suggs has a concussion, so he's out for 4 games. All right, so Hampton will get the start. And we'll move Suggs down here and just kind of run with that. So we are without Jalen Suggs for a couple of games now. So we're without 2 of our rotation players, and we lose by 12. Ooh, the Hawks trade Cam Reddish, Bogdanovich, Sharif Cooper, and Terrence Ross to the Trailblazers for McCollum and a first. Wow. The Hawks are going for it now with Trae Young and CJ McCollum in their backcourt. How about that? Where are we? Right here. Isaac only plays 9 minutes before fouling out. It's not going to get it done. Hampton gets a start, doesn't play particularly well. Okeke, 20 points off the bench, 7 rebounds. Wagner, 9 points, didn't shoot well. Anthony with a double-double, 11 points, 12 rebounds for our point guard. We should get, I believe we get Suggs back after this one. So for 2 more days. Do we have another game now? We don't. I think we'll probably have a game tomorrow, though. It tells you right there on the 8th. So we do have a game today. I don't believe anybody is ready to come back. Nope. All right, so we're without Suggs for 1 more day against a tough Sacramento Kings club. And we get absolutely schmucked. We lose by 38, 110-72. We're only down by 8 after 1. We get outscored 28-9 in the 4th quarter. That's not good. All right. That's not good. But at least that means now we get our boy Suggs back, get him out there. Oh, but now Isaac is hurt. He's probable, though. And now Hampton has a concussion. So Suggs gets back and punches Hampton in the head, I guess. All right, let's save it real quick. We'll get up about another week. We've lost 5 in a row. We'll get up another week, and then we'll take a look and see if we can make a move for Fultz. See if we can get him off our roster here. Difficult stretch of games as we've now lost 5 straight. Now we're taking on the Lakers on the road, and it's another loss, a 20-point loss, and we have fallen to 16-25. We were 16-20. Carter with a good game. Suggs struggles with his shot. Anthony had a 14 and 8. Kiki got the start for Isaac, who is got a sore foot, so he played 9 minutes. Like, if he's out, then have him out. Like, don't, like, no reason to actually play him. LeBron with 25, 7 and 6. Westbrook 35, 13 and 7. So tough stretch here for your Orlando Magic, as we now have to take on the Clippers, and we lose by 19. So this has been a bad stretch of basketball for your Orlando Magic. 22 and 14 for Carter. Yeah, I mean, we're without our 3 top bench players right now, so that's not going to help. That's not going to help. I mean, I wouldn't mind if we ended up with, a top 5 pick, for sure. So I don't mind that we're losing. So we get the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Warriors. Another loss. Carter with another good game. Wagner only has 3 points, but has 10 rebounds. Suggs played well. Anthony played well. Carter played well. Mo Wagner off the bench. Juan Toscano Anderson with 26 points. I called games for him in the G League a couple of years ago, back when I was doing games for the Windy City Bulls. All right, so let's pause. I think our depth chart is, I think people are, no, Isaac is probable for one more day. Kiki's probable, and we are still without Hampton. All right. Anything we need to look at here? Comment, yes, he's been playing great, so he's happy with our organization. Let's go to the trade block. Let's look at Fultz. Anybody interested in him? It's still, okay, so the Pistons and the Kings. So Sacramento, you must want a Markelle Fultz. Do you have anybody who's on a 1-year deal that isn't as good? We bring in a Tristan Thompson. It's not cap legal. It's $17 million. We could bring in Thompson and Bagley. Considerably more in return. Let's look at Detroit. Let's see if there's anything there before we start kind of digging away. 6 and 37 for the Pistons. They don't have anybody on a 1-year contract. They are over the cap, or under the cap, so I could, in theory, just give them. You can give us some second-round picks for Fultz. And a young player. What about a Luka Garza? Not quite enough value in the deal. Could I take Garza out? Let's look at the ratings. So if we take Garza out, they had a couple of other young players. Sabin Lee, Isaiah Livers. Not willing to take. You said you were. So what if we just take Livers out? But you said you were willing to. Okay. So this, again, something I don't understand about the game. It says they're interested in him, yet they're not willing to take on his contract. See, it says right there, Detroit Pistons, Sacramento Kings. I don't know that we're going to be able to move him. Okay. All right, so that did it. That wasn't quite what I was expecting, but we get him. Okay, that wasn't what I wanted to do, but that's fine. So we trade him for Rodney Magruder. We have our first and 2 seconds each of the next 3 years. Our first and our second, along with Atlanta's second. Yeah. All right. Well, that's fine. It's not quite what I wanted to do, but that'll work. As far as anybody else that we want to move, does anybody want Bamba? The Knicks, the Pistons, the Spurs, and the Suns. Oops. The Knicks. So Bamba's making 7-5. So we got to make that match up. Or maybe we can go back to Detroit and take all their seconds. I mean, second round picks aren't worth much, but I mean, they could literally just take the contract. Okay, so you want the first. So we could maybe get the seconds and get... Who was it that I was looking at? It was... It wasn't Sabin Lee. It was Isaiah Livers, who hasn't really played at all. Maybe it's Garza because we need a backup. We're going to need a backup center. So Mamba and to the Pistons for 3 seconds and Garza. Not quite enough value. What if I remove one of the seconds? Second round picks actually have negative value, I find, but not quite enough value. All right, so we'll add that back in. And we'll take Garza out. That's fine. Could probably use a small. Would you take Livers? Okay. All right. So there we go. So we make a couple of deals with the Detroit Pistons. That puts us well under the cap now. $22 million with another 20, 30, 34, 37, with another 39 or 40 coming off the cap. So we're going to have almost $70 million. So we'll be able to make a splash here and pick up at least one really impact-type player, if not multiple. So that works for me. I guess we're done. The trade deadline is done. I didn't think the Fultz deal was going to go off like that, but it is what it is. So we have injuries all over the place. We should be able to restore the lineup once we get Hampton back tomorrow. So let's sim this game here on the road against the Hornets. It's another loss, another blowout loss. We haven't been particularly close. We're losing by 19 or 20 in pretty much every single game now. Wagner with his best game, 22 points, 9 rebounds. Gary Harris gets the start and goes to the full 48. Is that his first game of the year? It is. Gary Harris's first game of the year has 11.6 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 steals, and an assist, and he plays the full 48 minutes. Sure, why not? Robin Lopez, Lou Williams get some playing time. Let's see my head a day. And let's go to our depth chart. We should have, so we got most of our people back. So let's restore the lineup. Get the lineup set the way we want. Isaac, let's get Hampton up here. Let's get Okiki up here. And I think that's it. We're missing a center. Oh, right, because we traded Mo Bamba. So we will put Robin Lopez out there. Let's get Robin some playing time. Why not? Okiki there. And center like that. Robin Lopez, a little bit of playing time. I think that's good, right? Let's store that lineup. And let's keep going. We'll get to February 1st, and then if we need to readjust our strategies, we will, but I don't really care if we lose. All right, so we win there. We beat Oklahoma City. They're one of the few teams in the NBA that are worse than us. We win by 18, 123-105. Wendell Carter, 28 points, 11 rebounds. Anthony, 10 points, 12 assists. Wagner with a good game. Isaac with a good game, 5 steals, 3 blocks. Suggs had 19 and 6. So Kiki 14 off the bench. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. That's a nice, well-balanced game there. At home against the Celtics, who are 3-17 on the road. How can a team with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown be that bad on the road? And we have an injury, because of course we do. Suggs is hurt again, out for 2 days, so Hampton will come in. And we beat the Celtics. We win 2 in a row. So Wendell Carter has 30. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I want to hold on to Wendell Carter. I mean, we'll see what's available in free agency. And, oh, wow. So they're playing without both Tatum and Brown. That's why they're as bad as they are. Oof. Okay. So Carter is 30. The more I think about it, the more I want to hold on to him. We'll see what's available kind of in free agency. But, 17 points, 9 rebounds. And that's pretty good for what we're paying him. I'll take it. Anthony 22 and 7. Hampton gets to start as 11.6 rebounds. Isaac with a good game. 21 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks. That is a pretty solid game. Carter Williams is 16, 4 and 5. We are at home now against the Clippers. Are we still without Suggs? We're not, so we can restore the lineup. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't restore the lineup. All I did was change that around. So this is what I wanted to do. There we go. All right. At home against Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and the Clippers, and we lose by 10. Michael Carter-Williams has suffered a serious injury. What do we got going on here? Isaac fouls out in 18 minutes. 17 from Suggs, 17 to 9. Anthony, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Carter almost has another double-double. Okeke and Hampton do a nice job off the bench for us. We were up at half. That third quarter came back and bit us, though. And all right, so now we got the Heat on the road. The Heat are 14 and 31, and they beat us by 20. So we're 18 and 30. We'll take a look at the standings here in a few minutes. Yeah, there's not much to do at this point. I guess, we'll continue to look at things at the trade deadline, and, maybe we'll look and see if there's anybody that's available that, because we're now under the cap, we can literally take on contract. So maybe there's, a high-level player that somebody's looking to move, and, we can make it work. I don't know. 27 and 7 for Suggs. Isaac can't stop committing fouls. We lose again. We'll get to February 1st and we'll look at standings and team stats and whatnot. Still nothing. We get a few days off there. That's kind of nice. Another day off. And here we go against the Heat. So the 3-20 Heat, they're 3-20 on the road. We win by 11. So that looks like a pretty good game. Isaac had 12 rebounds. Looks like 13 assists or something for Anthony. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists for Anthony, 22 points for Suggs, a double-double for Carter, a double-double for Isaac, 21, 12, 4. Yeah, Isaac is good. As long as I don't have to necessarily rely on him for scoring, everything else is fantastic. So that's really what we need in the offseason is someone who can actually score, someone who's got a high scoring rating. Suggs not a bad shooter, but I need someone who can put up 20. That's really what I need. Someone who can put up 20. But we win. A win's a win's a win. Couple of days and we'll look at the standings, we'll look at the stats. Then I'm going to take a quick break and we will do February. We lose by 16 to Charlotte. Gordon Hayward, 21. I love Gordon Hayward. He got a raw deal in Boston, man. Raw deal. Suggs with 28. Anthony, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. He's starting to stuff that stat sheet a bit. Wagner had 20 and 11. So offense coming around for Franz here a little bit for Wagner. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Isaac with another good game. Hampton did okay off the bench. And we are last game here on the road in Boston is a 10-point loss. Suggs had 34, but we still lose. They get Brown back. Jaylen Brown goes for 42. Yeah, this game loves Hernan Gomez. So in my Celtics save, it wants to start him over like Marcus Smart and really any other power forward you have. It's really bizarre. Anyway, Suggs at 34. Anthony, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists. Isaac, 15, 5, 2, 2, and 1. Wagner had 10. Carter had a bad game, only 8 points. He was a minus 21. Robin Lopez had 19. Robin doing okay. All right, so let's save it. We got an inbox message. Rookie of the month, Jalen Suggs, your NBA Rookie of the Month. That's what I like to see. So we are in third place in the Southeast. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are how many teams that are worse than us right now? 1, 2, 3. Technically, the Celtics 4. So we have the 5th worst record in the. Actually, we can just do it like this. Who are we? We're Orlando. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right now we're in 8th. We're in 8th spot. But this is super close. Like the Magic and the Heat were separated by 3 games for that number 4 spot. So let's take a quick look at the stats, and we then will take a quick break. For you, it will be instantaneous. For me, I got a couple errands I got to run real quick, and then I'll be back, and we'll do February. So Wendell Carter, 16 points, 8 rebounds. Jalen Suggs, 16, 4, and 4. Again, I'm not sure that this is going to work as my backcourt. It depends on what I can find in terms of scoring in the offseason. I wouldn't mind having Suggs be my primary point guard if that's what it came to, although Anthony is the better point. I don't mind all 3 of them out there. If I can get a small forward that can light it up and I can make Isaac my power forward, and then have Wagner as my 6th man, or maybe we get a center that can score. If we look at the league leaders, and I don't even know who's a free agent at this point, but I mean, if Beal's a free agent, we can make a run at him. I think his contract expires at the end of this year, actually. So he might be somebody we can take a run at. Wow. Valanciunas is averaging 27 points a game. That's crazy. Maybe Vujacic or Valanciunas. McCollum isn't going to be a free agent. So, I mean, there are going to be options here. I mean, there may be some players that we can sign that can, kind of sort of fill things up. I guess let's do it this way. Let's just look. So they don't really have anybody. Does Boston? No. Schroeder. Brooklyn? No. We'll just go team by team real quick before we take a break. Miles Bridges wouldn't be a bad option, but, I mean, he's going to be an RFA, so there's going to be a lot of money tied up there. The Bulls, Vujacic is signed up for 1 more year after this. We could trade for him. The Cavs, Rubio, no. Dallas, also Sexton, but again, an RFA, so they would have the right to match any contract we offered. Denver, nope. Detroit, nope. Golden State, nope. Nothing on Houston. Nothing on Indiana. Well, this isn't encouraging so far, but Kyle Anderson, no. Yeah, there's no one there either. Nobody on Miami. Towns is up in a couple of years, but that doesn't help us now. New Orleans. Nope. It may have to be via trade. Maybe we can, through a sign-in trade or something like that. OKC, no. SGA is signed up long-term. This is us. Philadelphia. Nope. Phoenix. I mean, if they don't sign him, do we make a run at DeAndre Ayton? I mean, having Ayton on our team would be awesome. Having Ayton and Isaac in our front court. I mean, right now that's our number one target unless they sign him. If they don't sign him, we're going heavy after DeAndre Ayton. Nobody on Portland. Nobody on Sacramento. Nobody on San Antonio. No. And Washington. Beal has a player option, so Beal could potentially opt out. If he opts out, I mean, we would have the money to go after both Beal and Ayton this offseason. So that's something to consider. And if we pick up Ayton, then we can move on from Carter Jr., which would give us a trade chip to pick up another piece that would help us down the road. So there are absolutely some options for us. I just keep our fingers crossed that they don't sign Ayton. We'll see how it goes. So, guys, I'm going to take a quick break, and we will handle February when I get back. All right, let's move forward. I may have to take one more break here, but let's move forward a bit. We are on the road in New York against the Knicks, and we win 112-109, picking up our 20th win of the season. Good game really good game for Anthony. 25 points. Isaac had 19-9, 4 steals and 5 blocks. Wow, good game there. Was not expecting our 20th win of the season over the Knicks in New York. Trade deadline, I believe, is the 7th. I have the key dates here somewhere right there. 7th to the 8th. 8th. Okay. So we'll play a couple more days, and then we'll just kind of take a look. So taking on the Bucks, and we have an invalid roster. Who's hurt now? Nobody. Oh, that's the wrong team. That's Washington. Orlando. Wagner is out, so we will bring Okeke in, let him get the start. And we upset the Milwaukee Bucks by the final score of 120-113. So we win back-to-back games. Suggs with 25. Anthony, look at those lines. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists for Suggs. 23, 8 and 6, 3 steals, 2 blocks for Anthony. A double-double for Carter. Wow. Even Gary Harris getting into it with 13 points. All right. I mean, I would like to finish with a high draft pick, but, ultimately I want to win, right? That's the whole point of this, is to try to win. So, one more game, and then we will pause, and we'll take a look at, we win again. We beat Atlanta and Milwaukee back-to-back. 19 and 11 for Carter. Almost a triple-double for Anthony. 27 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. 29 for Suggs. Hampton has 12. Lopez has 13. Yeah, they got a backcourt, man, of Young and McCollum, and we were able to pull that one out. So we've won 3 straight, And a bunch of trades. I saw Kyrie Irving traded for Kevin Love and a first. So Kyrie Irving traded back to the Cavaliers, and there are some huge deals here. Michael Porter Jr. traded from the Nuggets along with PJ Dozier and Bol for Kyle Kuzma, a first and a second. The Kings trade Harrison Barnes for Ricky Rubio. Kobe White traded to the Bulls along with Bradley and Dosunmu for Kelly Olynyk and a first. Dennis Schroeder traded to the 76ers from the Celtics for Bassey, Thibault, and Springer. It's a good deal for the Celtics there. Thaddeus Young traded to the Hawks for Okongwu. Wow. Jalen Johnson and Boogie Cousins. Montrezl Harrell traded to the Pacers. Kevin Love to the Nets for Kyrie and a first. Wow. Huge trade deadline. Let's sim one more day. Let's get up to the deadline as we lose to the 6-50 Detroit Pistons. After what we had just done the previous 3 games, to come out and lay a stinker against the Pistons is pure Orlando, I guess. So we are at the 8th. We are at the trade deadline. D'Angelo Russell traded to the Pacers for Montrezl Harrell, TJ Warren, John Henson in a second. Olynyk traded to the Bulls, or to the Timberwolves now, for Beverly in a second. Looks like that's about it. All right, so let's save. And let's look at free agents. Let's see if the free agent market has changed at all with some of these deals. See if anybody has been released. Nobody that we really want to sign. It looks like a lot of 2-star players, but nobody that I want to sign. All right, is there anybody that we want to trade? Excuse me. Oof. They haven't re-signed him, right? No, they have not. But we're going to wait because, he's not on the trade block. We're going to wait. Same thing down here with Beal. He is on the trade block. I don't believe we're going to be able to. We don't have the value, at least with the players we want to move. We don't have the value. So we're just going to wait. We're going to wait for free agency and see what happens with Beal and Ayton. We'll take our $22 million and just hang on to it for now. And we're just going to keep sim. We're going to sim right past trade deadline and go through the end of the month. Any more deals? No more deals. All right. Keep simming. We are at home against the Mavericks, and we lose by 6. Where are we? Right here. Isaac fouls out in 17 minutes. Wagner's back, so we got to get Okeke out of the lineup and get Wagner back in there. Kiki for Wagner. Yeah, if we could somehow pull off Beal and Ayton in the offseason, that would be friggin' sweet, man. Because, again, if we pick up Ayton, we can't trade Wendell Carter and fill another need someplace else. That's sort of the expectation here. We beat the Nets on the road. The Kyrie Irvingless Brooklyn Nets we defeat on the road. Wendell Carter 21-14, Anthony 26, 7 assists, 15 points for Suggs, 15 for Isaac. Lovely 28 minutes, had 3 points. We got Harden and Durant still, and we were able to beat them. So good for us. On the road now against the Hawks. And there we go. We lose 134-118. Julius Randle suffers a broken ankle. Let's look. Where's the box score? Where is it? Right here. All 5 of our starters in double figures. That's good. Trae Young went for 40. Anthony at 23 and 9. We're at the All-Star break. Scotty Barnes wins the slam dunk competition, and Desmond Bain wins the three-point shootout. We got the rookie and sophomore game. We'll go back and take a look at that. We got a notification of some sort. Offer praise, and Cole Anthony, we're going to offer praise. All right, so that's good. So the rookies beat the sophomores. Wagner had 8 points. Suggs had 11. Did we have anybody in this one? Okeke had 15 for the sophomores. So we had 3 players in this game. That's fine. Oh, we had Cole Anthony, too. So let's sim through this one. 176 to 158, the final score in the All-Star game. 39 points for Doncic. 22 for Jokic. Did we have any All-Stars? We did not. Kemba, is that Kemba Walker? He's averaging 24 a game. Yeah, we didn't. No All-Stars. Yep, no All-Stars for your Orlando Magic this season. Probably have a couple of days before our first game. Karis LeVert seriously injured with a broken arm. Take on the Timberwolves at home, and we win 116-107. So we're hanging in there. You know, we're going to be a 35-win team, I mean, which is going to put us probably a high lottery pick, 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there at best. Anthony had 24. In fact, let's look. Anthony had 24, double-double for Carter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're still in 8th. We're in 8th. Tied with Cleveland and San Antonio. So right now we're sitting in the 8th spot. I'd like to see a couple of losses. Some of these teams, maybe the Celtics can get hot down the stretch. See if we can finish with, kind of 6 or 7, kind of in that range. A loss to the Spurs. That's a big loss because we were battling them for position. We lose by 16. Just a bad game all around. Isaac had a pretty good game, 21-8, but otherwise that was pretty garbage. Trailblazers, we win there. We win by 25. Wagner has suffered an injury. Good games from Suggs and Carter. Isaac only has 7. We get 13 from Hampton off the bench. How long is Wagner out for? 14 days. Oof. Okay, so Okeke will go in. It's in the 27th and 28th. We'll look at our team stats, and then we will call it an episode. So last game against the Heat, another big one. I would like to see a loss here, and we get it. We lose by 17. Ooh, Okeke with a rough one. Suggs played okay. Hampton with 12 off the bench. How's his... Okay, coach relationship, team relationship are starting to improve, which is good. So yeah, now standings-wise, we are where? If we go to league, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're now in 7th. The Heat has passed us. The Spurs have passed us because they just both beat us. So that's good. That is good. So let's quickly take a look at the stats. Again, Suggs has taken over the team lead in scoring. He's up to almost 17 a game, 4.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. He's been great. Carter at 16, 5, and 8. Anthony averaging 50. Anthony's stuffing those stat sheets as well. 15, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Isaac doing his thing. Wagner's up over 10 points a game. Hampton's playing much better since we got him some additional playing time. Okeke's doing okay. And everybody else I don't really care about. How is Begarin doing in the D-League? 12 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Yeah, he will be our backup point guard next season. So, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. So next week we will be, we'll probably just sim through the rest of the season really quickly. and we'll do the playoffs and we'll do the off season. So that should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that, seeing what sorts of improvements we can make to the team in year one. Let me know your thoughts. Not that there was a whole lot to do. We made a couple of obvious deals to clear some additional cap space. But let me know how you think how things are going. We're 25-37. We started 0-7, so we've basically been a 500 team here over the last 3 full months or whatever, 4 full months or whatever. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.